Good morning. It's Monday morning. Last night on my way home, I did work a little bit last night at the airport. Got one ride. It was $20 out, $20 cash tip. Former congressional representative, the great state of Indiana, Mr. Dan Burton himself. Awesome dude, awesome guy. He knew the difference between an M60A3 and an M1 Abrams. So salute to you, my friend. Nice to know you. Anyway, so that was $20 ride out, $20 cash tip. I went back to the airport queue and I passed up on some rides, and in hindsight I shouldn't have passed up on them. You can't always wait for something better. Sometimes you just got to take what's there and go with it. And I didn't do that last night, so I kind of paid the price a little bit for that, but it's okay. I picked up this scheduled reserve ride. You can see it here. Pick up at 11:30 a.m. So I was in with Eddie this morning, looking at the market. I didn't see anything I liked this morning. So it's probably a good thing that I'm not there. Maybe we'll go back and look this afternoon, see if there's anything worth trading. Anyway, I got to find a place to get this car washed. This car's dirty. Yeah, it ain't clean at all. I've already cleaned the inside. The outside's kind of dirty. So we are going to make our way up north, get the car washed, get our peoples, and get to the airport. All right, so we did that reservation ride. Now, I was getting a little nervous, cutting it close, trying to find a good car wash, which I found. And then that one low tire I told you about, man, I'm going to have to go get that fixed this week. But it was really low. And I was like, whoa. So we washed the car. Good thing I was down the street from where I was picking up. And we got the air tire pumped up. I got another air pump tire machine coming in too. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do a review on that. Anyway, I pull up to the guy's house. Guy's standing out front. And I get out of the car. I open up the hatch, and he's like, that's a Premier car? I was like, yes, sir. Premier sedan. I said, why? What were you expecting? He says, a Suburban. I'm like, no, sir. Suburbans are Premier SUV. When you order regular Premier, you're going to get a sedan. Now, you might get an SUV, but more than likely, you shouldn't expect anything more than a sedan. And he was like, well, that looks kind of small. And so I instead of getting defensive, because y'all know I've been on this shit for like the last month and a half with this stuff, I said, well, listen, I haven't started the trip yet. If you would like me to cancel, which, I would have made out on the deal. He said, no, we don't have time. Let me go get the wife. And then he turns around and says, by the way, I got a bad back. Do you mind coming in the house and getting my luggage for me? So let me get this right. Let me get this right. And the story gets good. You don't like the size of my car. You wanted a Suburban, but now you want me to come in your house, get your luggage, and load that shit up into my car. Interesting. Anyway, listen, I did it. I went and got the luggage, threw it in the car, because, I've got to work the tip out too some kind of way. Got to get a tip, which I have not gotten yet. Make a long story short, we get the guy in the car. We start driving, him and his wife. Good people, right? And I smoothed it out, and I explained the whole situation to him with these platforms. These platforms should do a much better job of describing what type of vehicles work on which platforms. Problem is the apps want to keep it as ambiguous and as gray clouded as possible. But that's okay. That's what they do. Anyway, we get him to the airport. We shake hands. We have a great conversation. He's a former vet. I'm a former vet. Just really good people. But man, did that start out, that could have went south real quick. Anyway, we get that dropped off. I get rematched out. Another $18 comfort ride. Took about 30 minutes down into North Miami Beach. Got Mr. William all settled. And yeah, now we're going to relax for a little bit at the house. I'm going to go in here and see what the markets are doing, make some lunch, and then I'll be back out in a little bit. So here's a cool little product that was sent to me from the Arosh team, the same people that sent me the seat back covers for the Tesla, the Model 3, Model Y seat back covers. This is their phone mount holder for the Tesla Model 3, Model Y. You can see it's a little bit of a pressure fit onto the screen, but it doesn't put any pressure on the screen. You don't feel the screen popping or anything like that. What I like about this is the fact that, first of all, it's a mag ring, so it's mag safe, right? You can pop right on, take your phone, pop it right on, you're good to go, right? But the other good thing about this is you can simply take this, and this, by unscrewing this in the back, you can change the position of this to wherever I want. And what's really been the most helpful with this, because of this, I've been able to get some pretty goddamn good B-roll shots when y'all look at the ocean or y'all see a time lapse out the front of the car, it's because it's locked onto this right here. So there's a discount code down below, 10%. It's pretty durable. It's all plastic, except for the magnet, and the magnet's pretty damn strong. All right, so we're back out for the evening shift. They sent me 2 reservation requests. One of them was at 6 o'clock, going from Boca all the way down to Miami, $43, something like that. And it just, that traffic, we just had a big rainstorm. School's still in. I didn't want to fight with the traffic coming back, right? But then they sent me another one. It's paying a little less, $36, $37, going a little bit shorter distance too, by about 5-6 miles. From Deerfield Beach to Miami International Airport. I know y'all don't know where I'm talking about, but for those of you who do, you know. Anyway, that's another comfort ride. So I took that one. We're here charging up for the day now. We're going to jump on that ride. You know, this morning I was putting my numbers in my Excel spreadsheet, you know, uploading my Uber earnings, my Lyft earnings, and my cost for charging and all of that. And just a real simple spreadsheet. Anyway, I'm wondering why I'm making so much less money lately, and I finally figured it out. It's Lyft. I'm still making my $600, $700, $800 a week with Uber. I might not be making it the way I want to make it, but I'm making the money. It's Lyft that's fallen off the map. I've gone from making $400, $500, $600 a week with Lyft to barely, I think last week, it's like $139. It's Lyft. They're not coming through for me. So whether it's a lack of requests, which it's a lot of time online with Lyft and no requests coming through, or they're sending me $7 black rides, which, come on, $7 black ride, come on. So yeah, it's not Uber that's hurting me or killing me. It's Lyft. So anyway, we're going to keep going. I'll hit y'all up when I get done with this ride to Miami. We'll see where it takes us. Let's make this money, y'all. All right, so I took care of that ride going to MIA. Nice guy. It was an easy ride, man. No traffic. All 49, 50 miles of that ride. I didn't even have to hit the express lanes if I didn't want to. I mean, I take them, right? Because to me, the $1.50, $2 is worth not getting trapped. Like I'm about to get trapped up here trying to get home. Holy Jesus, I shouldn't have came this way. We might turn around and go the other way. Anyway, so I get him dropped off, and it's on the later sections. It's Terminal J, which is like almost outside of the airport, right? Obviously not outside the airport, but towards the end of the airport. So not enough time for Uber's algorithm to figure out, hey, Vinny's getting ready to get out of here. He's going to need a ride. Let's try to match him up. Nah. I was already past the turn on the expressway when they sent me not one, but 2 rematches. And I was not going to drive 3, 4, 5 miles to come back into the airport. If they would have been like something really, really good, you know, 50, 60, 80, $100, and yeah, I would have done it. But these were like under $20 rematches, and I'm telling you, they just got to me too late. So no big deal. I drove my ass up to Fort Lauderdale. It's about 105 cars in queue. I said, you know what? Let's go try the queue. That's a fucking mistake. When I just left like 10 minutes ago, there's over 235 X cars in that queue. 235 X cars in that queue. I am not making this up. I'm going to show you here in a minute. I'm sorry, 225 cars in the queue right now. And you know what? I mean, with no flights, it's slow as hell. Ain't no sense in sitting in there. I did have an opportunity on one ride. It was a Lyft black ride that popped up for $23. It was only 9.5 miles going down into an area called Turnberry, which is kind of like Aventura. You know what? Let's go around this. This is foolishness. This is foolishness. Oh my God, all the construction here now. This is foolishness. Yeah, we'll go around it. We will go around it. Whee! And we will come back out the other side. We'll go down another road. Anyway, yes, I just did pull a U-turn. You know, and it was 25 minutes, $23, 9.5 miles. You know what? I should have tried to get it. I'm always telling Nick on the radio, I'm always telling everybody, a bird in the hand beats two in the bush. I did 3 rides today for $111.55. That's double what I did last Monday. Now, granted, I had to come out and do 2 shifts, you know, and I had to drive to go get the rides. But at the end of the day, you know, it cost me $20 to make that $111. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Tomorrow's another day. I think tomorrow, I might surprise y'all. I might have a surprise. Anyway, I'm out of here. Peace out. Enjoy the vlogs. Y'all know, hit the buttons. We'll see you tomorrow.